Three therapists' hands were on me while my husband watched from his chair. And the only thing more shocking than what our marriage counselor called experiential therapy was that my husband had agreed to it without understanding what he'd just given permission for. Dr. Marcus Chen sat across from us, calm and clinical. His colleagues, Dr. David Rivera and Dr. James Park, stood on either side of me, hands resting on my shoulders like they were simply offering support. They weren't simply offering support. "Are you comfortable proceeding?" Dr. Chen asked my husband directly. Tom nodded, looking nervous but determined. "If you think this will help, if this is what she needs." What I needed. After 2 years of Tom barely noticing me, barely looking at me, treating me like a roommate he tolerated instead of a wife he desired. Yes, I needed something. I just hadn't expected it to be this. "Remember," Dr. Chen said to Tom, his voice steady and professional. "The goal is for your wife to experience being truly desired, to remember her worth, to reconnect with her sexuality in a safe, therapeutic environment. You're here to witness her value through the eyes of others who can express what you've struggled to show." Tom swallowed hard, nodded again. Dr. Rivera's hands moved from my shoulders down my arms, slow, deliberate. Dr. Park's fingers found my hair, gently brushing it back from my face. "This is insane," I whispered. "This is therapy," Dr. Chen corrected. "And it's been remarkably effective for couples in situations like yours. Your husband has given informed consent. You're in complete control. Say stop at any time and we stop. But I think you'll find this helps both of you understand what's been missing." What had been missing was Tom wanting me, looking at me like I was desirable instead of looking through me like I was furniture. Dr. Rivera's hands reached my waist. Dr. Park's fingers traced along my jawline. I looked at Tom. He was pale, gripping the arms of his chair, but he didn't look away, didn't say stop. Dr. Chen's voice remained calm. "Tell her what you see, Tom. When you watch others value your wife, what do you notice?" 4 weeks earlier, our marriage was dying, and we both knew it. 2 years without sex. 2 years of Tom working late, avoiding bed until I was asleep, treating intimacy like a chore he couldn't be bothered with. 2 years of me feeling invisible, unwanted, like I was begging for scraps of attention from a man who'd rather scroll his phone than acknowledge me. I was 42, attractive, fit, successful, and completely starved for affection. "We should try counseling," Tom had said, finally acknowledging something was wrong. "Before you leave, because I can feel you leaving." He was right. I had one foot out the door. Had been fantasizing about affairs, about feeling wanted again, about someone looking at me like I mattered. We'd found Dr. Marcus Chen online. He specialized in intimacy issues and unconventional therapeutic approaches. The reviews were strange but glowing. Changed our marriage. Saved us when nothing else worked. Intense but effective. The first session was normal, talking history. Dr. Chen asked probing questions about our sex life, our attraction, what had changed. "Do you find your wife attractive?" He'd asked Tom directly. "Of course," Tom had answered automatically. "When's the last time you told her? Showed her? Made her feel desired?" Tom had no answer. "And you?" Dr. Chen turned to me. "Do you feel desired?" "No," I'd said honestly. "I am invisible. I am like I could walk around naked and he wouldn't notice." Dr. Chen had nodded thoughtfully. "I think I can help, but my methods are unconventional. I'll need you both to trust the process." The second session, he'd explained his approach. "Traditional talk therapy isn't working for you. Tom, you've shut down physically, stopped expressing desire, stopped initiating. You're treating your wife like a sister, not a lover." Tom had flinched but couldn't deny it. "And you," Dr. Chen looked at me, "have internalized this rejection. You've started believing you're not desirable, that something's wrong with you." "So what's the solution?" I'd asked. "Experiential therapy with my colleagues. We help you reconnect with your sexuality, your desirability. While Tom observes, he sees you through others' eyes. He remembers what he's been taking for granted. You remember you're a sexual being worthy of desire. It's intense, it's unconventional, but it works. I'd stared at him. I'm suggesting a therapeutic intervention where you experience being desired while your husband watches and learns with full consent from both of you. Everything controlled, everything safe, everything designed to save your marriage. Tom had looked horrified. You want me to watch other men near my wife? I want you to see what you've been refusing to see. I want her to feel what you've stopped making her feel. This isn't infidelity. This is therapy. And it works. We'd gone home in silence. I'd expected Tom to refuse, to say it was insane. Instead, 2 days later, he'd said quietly, "If you think it will help, if it means you'll stay, I'll do it." Now, Dr. Rivera's hand slid under the hem of my shirt. Dr. Park's mouth was near my ear, whispering things about how beautiful I was, how desirable, how any man would be lucky to be near me. I was standing in the middle of Dr. Chen's office, being undressed by 2 therapists while my husband watched, and a third narrated. This was insane. This was also the most aroused I'd been in 2 years. "How does it feel?" Dr. Chen asked me. "Terrifying," I admitted. "And good. It is good to be noticed, to be wanted." "Tom," Dr. Chen directed, "tell her what you're feeling." Tom's voice was strained. Jealous, angry, turned on, confused. "Good. Those are the feelings you've been avoiding, the engagement you've been shutting down. Keep watching." Dr. Rivera removed my shirt completely. Dr. Park's hands traced my collarbone, my shoulders, my arms. They were professional but intimate, clinical but arousing, respectful but clearly appreciative. "You're beautiful," Dr. Park said. And I believed him because his hands and eyes said the same thing. Tom had stopped saying that 2 years ago. Dr. Chen stood, walked behind Tom's chair, hands on my husband's shoulders. "Do you see her now? Really see her?" "Yes," Tom whispered. "Do you see what you've been ignoring?" "Yes." "Good." Dr. Chen's voice remained calm. "Because she's been dying for you to see her. And if you don't start, someone else will. This is what that looks like." I won't describe every detail of that first session, but I'll say this. Dr. Rivera and Dr. Park were near me with appreciation and skill, while Dr. Chen guided Tom through watching, processing, understanding what he'd been denying me. They didn't have sex with me. That wasn't the point. The point was being desired, being noticed, being valued, while Tom witnessed it all. By the end of the hour, I was breathless and trembling. Tom looked wrecked. "How do you feel?" Dr. Chen asked us both as Dr. Rivera and Dr. Park stepped back, professional distance restored. "Confused," Tom managed. "Alive," I said honestly. "Good. We'll continue next week, same time. Tom, I want you to think about what you saw, what you felt, what you're willing to do differently. And I want you," he looked at me, "to remember this feeling, that you're desirable, that you deserve to be noticed, that your needs matter." We drove home in silence. That night, for the first time in 2 years, Tom initiated. Was near me, made love to me like he actually wanted to. It didn't last. 3 days later, he was back to avoiding me, back to his phone, back to treating me like furniture. The next session, we did it again. Dr. Rivera and Dr. Park, hands on me, showing Tom what he refused to give me himself. And again, Tom was passionate that night. And again, it faded within days. 6 weeks in. "This isn't working," I told Dr. Chen privately before a session. Tom gets jealous and engaged for a day or 2, then goes back to ignoring me. "Do you want to stop the sessions?" Dr. Chen asked. I should have said yes. Should have recognized this wasn't therapy. It was just an excuse for me to be near other men while my husband watched. "No," I admitted, "because for 1 hour a week I feel wanted and I need that." Dr. Chen smiled slightly. "Then we continue for as long as you need." 3 months in, Tom stopped coming to sessions. "I can't watch anymore," he said. It's too hard, but if you need to keep going, go. If it helps you, do it. So I went alone. Dr. Rivera, Dr. Park, and Dr. Chen. No husband watching, no therapeutic justification. Just 3 men who made me feel desired twice a week and called it therapy. 6 months in, Tom and I divorced. He said he couldn't compete with what Dr. Chen's therapy gave me. Said I'd changed. Said I was different. He was right. I kept seeing Dr. Rivera and Dr. Park. Not in Dr. Chen's office anymore. Not as therapy. Just as what it had always really been. 2 men who wanted me, and 1 woman who'd been starving for exactly that. Dr. Chen had been right about one thing. His method worked, just not the way my husband had hoped. Now I'm 43, divorced, seeing 2 former therapists who aren't my therapists anymore. Tom occasionally texts asking if I'm happy. I am, because I learned something in that office. I'd rather be desired by someone who shows it than married to someone who won't. Dr. Chen calls it therapy. I call it finally getting what I needed. And the ethics board can call it whatever they want. I'm not reporting anything. Some sessions you pay for with money, some you pay for with marriage, and some are worth every sou.